Greetings, my fellow exiles. It is the Ash Heritor. Welcome back to Path of Exile 2. We have completed Act 1. We have defeated Count Gianor of Ogham. He was in pursuit of some sort of power that originated from a seed of the beast. Yes, the beast. He had been corrupted by a wife, his wife, specifically, who had come to him from the distant Vastiri Desert, and had poisoned his mind with thoughts of this power, and presumably also with thoughts of his own inadequacy, so that he would seek power at all costs, to prove himself worthy in his own eyes. This led him down the dark search that he went down, and eventually led him to, presumably, unearth this seed of the beast beneath the manor. Now, we killed him, and whatever he became, a corrupted monstrosity, chimerical nightmare. Not like that one. That's a cute one. Unfortunately, the woman from the Vastiri Desert and the nascent beast in its cage escaped. So, we must now follow them into the desert, onto Act 2, which we're going to do right now.
The trail of corruption leads east, so east we shall go. It seems fate conspires to return me to the plains of Vastiri.
This guy's totally Sin.
The Countess has escaped with the beast. Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Vastiri. We should find a Marraketh caravan. Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
Alright, so I believe we are now on Rayclast. I guess we always were.
Well, my lady, we have arrived. The Vastiri awaits. Good luck to you.
Alright. Nice looking area. Love the red. Very cool. Let's talk to the hooded one.
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route, so we should be able to find a Marraketh caravan. They are an honorable people, and I have no doubt they will assist us.
What about the Marraketh?
The Marraketh have a cultural history deeper than most know. Theirs is a strict tradition, bordering on brutal. But it is that adherence to shared beliefs that has kept them strong when entire empires have come and gone around them.
Yep, they've been around for a while. Okay.
Go.
So we immediately drop into the hub area, or do we have a little intro area first? Wayfarer's Stone. Oh, there's people around here. No players, so I reckon this isn't a hub.
The weary traveler grows close to the end of the path. The bread bowl of the world, the verdant land of 7 waters, awaits! Be sure to have your toll ready at the gates. Cloth, gems, metalwares, and coin are all accepted.
Okay. There's some sort of central location for the Marraketh that you can only enter if you offer a toll. Let's have a look at these people. Dig the armor. That's very, you know, the nice lamellar, cool-looking helmet. There's a woman lying there. Very cool looking.
So, the Marraketh. Strong-minded women aplenty. I approve.
Yeah, they are a matriarchal society. Yeah, they look really cool. I've always really liked their aesthetic. So we have our stash here, so I guess this is sort of a hub. Zarka, I can't really tell what I'm looking at. What are you?
You are seeking passage on our caravan? We cannot travel anywhere at the moment. Hyenic raiders are harassing the trade route ahead. For the time being, we are stuck here.
Okay.
Time to show them what I can do.
She has a cool headdress. Alright, we don't have anything else to see here. However, I would like to... Okay, so she's our arcane vendor. So we have some new items. I have picked up a couple of these already with some of my other characters. I haven't gone into this region yet, but the Count's Manor starts to drop some of these items already, if you're high enough level, which I've now run through it with 2 other characters, a mercenary that I'm using a 2-handed hammer with. It's actually a unique hammer, it's really fun. And actually running a second witch that I'm kind of playing as an alchemist witch, so combining some crossbow skills with fire, which is a lot of fun. But anyways, let me check. This only grants 100 spirit, but Malice, I don't know what Malice does. Ah, okay, it's an aura that inflicts critical weakness. That's cool if you want to play a crit build. Living Bomb. Plant a seed of fire inside an enemy, which grows over a duration. When the duration expires, the seed explodes, damaging the enemy and all others nearby. That's pretty cool. And then Volatile Dead. I assume this is like Detonate Dead. Consumes a corpse to create a fireball that seeks out enemies and explodes. Sort of like Detonate Dead, but also a little different. That's nice. This Power Siphon. I reckon that's going to be the same as it was before. Very cool. Like it. Cold resistance and fire resistance. Do we need anything? Like, our fire resistance is pretty solid at this point. I could upgrade some items here at my stash, actually. Because again, I found some stuff. Also, found a Gem Cutter's Prism, which is pretty cool. Glad these are still in the game, so you can improve the quality of skills. I'm not sure I'm ready to use this yet. I think I want to wait on that until we can find a, I don't know, the skill that I'm certain I'm going to use. Because right now the combination we have is good. I just don't know how well it holds up later in the game. So, let's actually check our talismans here. Or, do we have anything here that could be good? So something with movement speed, I think I want. Movement speed is always very clutch. And these are level 3 skeletons, so I may as well take this one here. This is a unique that I found. The Dark Defiler, a Rattling Scepter. Summons a level 5 skeleton warrior. And you gain 3% of damage as chaos damage per undead minion. So that doesn't really affect me very much, but I think that's going to affect my minions as well. Let me... Doesn't say specifically, but I reckon it does. Rare is the necromancer who leads his undead armies from the front. Rare indeed. We're absolutely taking this one. So I gotta plug my skill gems in. I will keep this one in storage. It's good if I decide to actually play a minion necromancer. Otherwise some talismans here. Anything with higher implicit values? Not really. This belt, we do have some rare belts in my inventory. By some, I mean one. But it's better than what I have, so I'm going to equip this. And we also have a couple of other interesting flasks here, or the charms. So indeed, there are other charms than the simple resistance ones. So we have an anti-stunning charm, which sounds pretty good. And the Staunching Charm, which is an anti-bleeding charm, which I can't use yet. Because I'm not high enough level. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, crafting. Not what I wanted to do. Sorry. This is what I wanted to do. Ah, I don't have any Regal Orbs. Well, I'm going to equip this regardless. Extra movement speed is nice. And I think we can just sell these two. These aren't particularly good. The energy shield is nice on this one. Maybe I'll hold on to it. This could be upgraded at some point, maybe. If I play another witch. But otherwise, I'm just going to sell that. And let's quickly plug in this to our new skeleton warrior here. And I do have some level 6 skill gems. So I'm going to potentially equip one. Here. Colt. Can't use it. For some reason. I gotta swap it into my inventory. Nope, still can't use it. Read 2 low level? Yeah, I gotta be level 18. Yeah, one of my characters was quite a bit higher level, because I had to farm a bit before I even got to Count Geonor. Okay, there were none of these skills that I actually really wanted, I think. Yeah, like, I'm not using the offering skills. I could upgrade Enfeeble, and I will upgrade Enfeeble, but that's it. Alright, let's continue on. So we have our waypoint right here. Love the look of this area, very cool. Ah, immediate enemies. Now I just got to remember how to actually, like, do this again. And we've leveled up immediately. Amazing. Okay. So, where were we going? We were about to take this. Lingering Horror. At long last. It is ours. So, nice big pile of dead hyenas and soldiers here. They look like they were fighting against something. Okay, we got an undead of some kind. I don't even see what we're doing anymore. It's just everything's exploding. Okay. That's gnarly looking. Let's curse that. Okay, we missed. It's alright. This is doing pretty well. Alright. Ugh. Well, that's corruption if I've ever seen it. That's pretty gnarly looking. So we've got some zombies here. And these large, like, hyena centaur things. These guys look very grim. Alright, down he goes. That took a bit more work than I would have hoped. We got ourselves an Exalted Orb. Fantastic.
Useful.
How useful indeed. I think so too. Raider Plate. So there's a whole new, much like they did in the previous game, there seems to be, like, new items that are tied with the specific regions, which is really cool. Grave Focus. So yeah, that's one of the new ones. A Shrouded Vest. This is also a new item. I'm probably going to stop picking up blue items. I think it's about that time. And I'm just going to be focusing... Yeah, because we don't really need to sell. Unless it's something that's relevant. If it's an energy shield thing. Okay. Brimstone Crabs. These are cool. Okay, Quilted Vest is, yeah, that's evasion only, so... Not for us. We don't do evasion. Okay. We absolutely need projectile piercing on, Essence Drain. Or like a multi-shot. Oh! It's an Essence! I have encountered one of these. In Geonor's Manor as well. Okay, so these are from the base game. They basically drop a unique... it's like an orb, but it does something slightly different. So you can kind of control the modifiers that you get, which is very cool. Okay, I need to fucking target the right one here. There we go.
Dre!
All of my undead are dead.
Another corpse
Down it
to
goes.
serve me.
Okay, what did that give me? So, Essence of the Body upgrades a normal magic item to a magic item with 1 life modifier. So, if you use this on a weapon, it's going to have, like, Life Leech on it. Or Life on Hit or something. And if you use it on an armor piece, it's going to have increased maximum life, which is obviously really good. Maybe not so good once I swap to Chaos Inoculation, but that'll be a later game thing. In either case, that'll be good for other characters. Let's not bother the Brimstone Crabs. Let's just search around. I actually didn't even look at the map. Let's do that. Okay, so all a little close together. Okay, so we have Wrathbreaker. That's a unique thing here. So we are in the Vastiri outskirts, so I guess that's around here. Wrathbreaker? I don't know what the Ardura Caravan is. That's a town. Is that where we are, or are we in the Vastiri outskirts? We are in the Vastiri outskirts, so we don't know where Ardura town is. So I'm not sure if the the area here is where we're going to find this Wrathbreaker. But, man, these little fucks are annoying. Also kind of hard to hit. And they move around too much, which means they can easily get out of the way. Hello. Guess we'll head this way. So we absolutely don't need to use our curses against these. They're very low health. Against these bigger enemies, then it's maybe necessary. It sure does some work. So it seems like the default skill level here is 5. So most of the time they're going to be dropping level 5s. From the looks of it, it seems like you can get higher level drops than normal in the areas that you're in. What is this aura I have? I guess that's Grim Feast. Oh yeah, hi. Forgot about you guys. Yep. Love the Hex Blast procs. I'm just gonna ignore them until there's a lot of them around me, because we can pretty easily avoid them. Okay. I'd like to actually land an Essence Drain on one of the Contagion. There we go. And then they go down instantly. We will be picking up superior items. Boy, did they make that recipe easier. That was just not worth doing in Path of Exile 1. You had to amass, I think it was 20 or 40. I think it was 40 quality worth of these items and then sell them to the vendor all at once. And it just, yeah, kind of required you to do some annoying math. Well, this looks sinister. What were they circled around? Oh, something up there, maybe.
Up there.
Wrathbreaker, okay. This must be the one that we need to defeat. Okay, I'm very sorry about the notifications. Oh, wow. Ow. Music once again is great. These jerks up here, I don't think I can hit them. They're just gonna throw spears at me. Ow. That is a lot of hyenas. Okay, I need to, I need space. Okay, I also need them all to die. There we go. that did the trick. Just needed to land one of those hits there. It's not too hard. Okay, we got more of them coming. Did I hit him? Sure did. Awesome.
I need more mana.
Okay. Now we are in danger.
Death and decay.
Oh my. That was close.
Out of mana.
Okay, I got him. No, I didn't. Damn it. You hit the right one. There you go. Oh, they just keep coming. Okay. Thankfully these grim remnants are working for me. Okay, can I hit him? Love the hyena laughs. Almost dead. Not get overwhelmed by the other ones. It's a cool fight. Alright. Got him.
Ambush.
Oh shit. There's more. It ain't over. That's cool. Okay. Let's trigger a nice big essence drain death. Yeah, there we go.
So many corpses.
So many corpses.
Little time.
Okay. That was brutal. Okay, we have a grand life flask. I already have one, never mind. This has increased life recovery. Let's see what this gives me. Doesn't give me anything that's any better. So, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Well then, let's quickly look around. Not sure if there's a place we need to go from here. Fucking more hyenas. Sure is a lot of them. Maybe over this way. No. Okay, I reckon we just portal back. We had to deal with the, yeah, we can now speak to Zarka. It doesn't look like there's anything else in this area. So, let's just swing on back here. Let's talk to her.
You defeated the raiders? Fate sends us a fortuitous stranger. Welcome to the Adura Agara. You may travel with us in exchange for your service as a Jingak, and you will have nearly the respect of one of our own for as long as you stay.
Alright. I'll take it. Okay, I think I'm going to sell these. I may as well identify them first, though. Do we have a bench here?
Greetings.
Don't think so. What does this give? I mean, it's better than what I have, regardless. So, you're going away, you're going away. I guess we're going to hold on to those. These level 5 skill gems. I do want to check. I am using Skeleton Warrior. No, I am not. I am... No, that's the baseline one. I am using Skeleton Warrior right here. Okay, so we can absolutely upgrade this one here. And that should still work with Grim Feast. It's not increasing the spirit cost, right? No. Can we even reserve another one? No. Actually, we can. Well, I mean, if you're gonna let me do that, then I'm gonna do that. Drink at the well, and let's go back to the beginning, maybe? See if anything's new here. I don't know what else to do here. I have no objective. This guy doesn't talk anymore. So then we'll head on around. Maybe the hooded one has something to say.
How?
He does not. Do you have anything else to say? You do not. What was this? Oh, the Ordura Caravan. I guess this is where we want to go. That is grim looking. I hope those are zombies.
A roving village. How clever.
Yeah, no, wait. Are we actually on this thing? Hold on. I'm gonna talk to you in a second. I wanna just look around. So this is the hub. Oh my god, look at this. It's moving. You can see a bit of the environment around. Holy shit. This is fucking cool. Okay, alright. Sakema Asala here. Alright. Interesting choice of attire. And I can't go past you. Okay. We'll talk to the hooded one first.
The beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient dead and unknown horrors alike. The Countess brought it here as part of some nefarious plan.
Indeed.
I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to give up this madness.
That's a very, peaceful way of describing. We need to track them down and murder them. Alright. What is that? Okay. Sun Clan hyenas.
Those creatures are too coherent and intelligent to be manifestations of corruption. I suspect that they are the descendants of divine tampering.
Ooh.
There was a being I once knew in the ancient days, a trickster who would have appreciated someone to laugh at his ill-conceived humor. What more perfect audience for a sickening jester than a pack of gibbering hyenas?
This is totally Sin. Like, I am 99% sure that this is Sin. I don't know what happened to his wings, but it's totally him. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sin was, Yes, Sin is the reason for the beast. He made some mistakes, but he was seeking to, I guess you could say, atone and make amends with his brother Innocence afterwards. It's pretty cool. He's a cool character. So that's cool that these... A lot of fantasy settings will just have these, like, monstrous humanoids, and we'll just give no explanations, like, yeah, they just are, or the lazy explanation of they were created by a god or something, or they evolved separately. I mean, it doesn't necessarily... They don't have to be lazy explanations, just often they're done lazily, I should say. They can be perfectly good explanations if some thought is put into them. But I like this, that they're evidence of some sort of divine tampering from some kind of trickster god that just wanted to surround himself with people that would laugh at his jokes, so he created hyenas who always laugh. Great. Brilliant. If I was a god, I probably would do the same. I think hyenas are really cool. Let's talk to the other people. First, let's salvage this, though. Nice, get some more armor fragments. Do we have any armor that we want to upgrade? Not really. This one, maybe. That one's pretty good. But we're going to probably find better gloves soon, to be perfectly honest. This we want to upgrade. How much is this increasing? It's only by 8. But, you know what? Oh, don't do that. But screw it. These are not hard to get, the armor fragments. So I'm going to go... We're just going to leave it at 19.
Who goes there? By the sound of your voice,
no, she's
you
blind.
Cannot be Marraketh. It is always intriguing to meet foreign warriors and learn their ways of war. I only hope I have weapons and armor that might be useful to you. I am Shambren.
Shambren, okay. Why are you blind?
Does the scorpion sting carry less poison at night? In the hopes of taking on fighting duty again, I am still practicing the art of the sword. Red-eyed Nassima, she of the second sight, proved that there is more to combat than mere vision.
Ooh.
However, there is still honor in serving the role of tradesmith and weapon master. I served as a Dekara for as long as I was able, and I intend to fulfill this duty with just as much dedication.
Yeah, like it was mentioned, the Marraketh are super devoted to their duty, both to their own clans, like they're generally very loyal to their own clans. They're Sakema, you could say, which are nomadic, and now I understand how they're nomadic, which is cool. We didn't know that before. They ride on their roas. I think they're roas. They're sort of like roas, anyways. They're bird things that you can see them right back there. And then they've got these mobile villages, you know, rather Mongolian, or any steppe culture, really, except in this case, desert, which is awesome. Love it. Yeah, so their main duty, though, which is why hopefully we've come here to ask for assistance, was containing the beast. Like, their entire civilization was basically tasked with containing the corruption in the Vastiri Desert. They failed a few times, and it leaked free because it's kind of beyond their capacity to deal with, but they try, and they do a pretty good job of containing it. So if there's anybody that can help us, it is the Marraketh. Which is great, because I think they're probably my favorite culture in Rayclast. They're pretty cool. The Kurui are also very awesome, but... who's Zarka? Oh, that's Zarka. That's the elder that we just talked to, with the weird headdress.
Zarka holds all the wisdom and knowledge of the Adura, and the stories of many other Akaras as well. Our traditions help us survive as these lands turn to dust over generations, and in many ways, that lush beauty still exists for us through her words. Especially now the gods have returned to Rayclast. We know that our beliefs have power. Perhaps we can bring back those verdant forests and gleaming rivers, if only we have enough faith in a leader strong enough to make it real.
Okay, the gods have returned. So this, I mean, as obvious with the fact that we're dealing with a seed of the beast that is presumably regrowing the beast, this is post-Path of Exile 1, as we would likely expect. However, we killed the gods in Path of Exile 1, in the later acts of the game. That's like the main thing, is you kill, maybe you don't kill all of them, but you certainly kill a fair few of them. I suppose there could very easily be more, which is what she would be referring to. The question then is, why did we stop? Or were there just specific ones that were particularly troublesome that Sin wanted us to deal with? Or did Sin have an ulterior motive that we didn't know? We got a little bit of his character and his objective. He seemed to want to ensure that humanity could make its own decisions and follow its own path rather than be shackled to the will of the gods. It might also be that the ones that we hunted down were ones that had been poisoned by the madness of, well, either by the beast during when they were lulled to sleep by the beast's dream, or they had been poisoned by Kitava, which is the final god that you defeat in Path of Exile 1, which is the Karui god of hunger and cannibalism. A very apocalyptic deity. And it may be that the other gods that we killed were ones that were, in league with that one, though they weren't Karui gods. There was only one other Karui god that we killed, Tukohama. Whereas the other ones are Marraketh, Asmiri, and other older deities. Some Val ones as well. So I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Goodbye.
Not much point in speculating.
Young one.
Okay, so there's a lot more lore that we can get from Zarka. Rank and status. What are you?
I have a very long official title, but you may simply address me as Zarka. The young ones will harp on and on about our strict traditions, but I'm old enough to get away with it. So I do.
It's usually the other way around.
My role is that of a keeper of tales. I was chosen by my predecessor, rather than being allowed to become a Dekara or perform other duties. I'm not permitted near combat, for the stories I keep are one of our most valuable resources.
Makes sense.
We understand the plains of Vastiri through the lens of these words, handed down to us over the centuries. We see what used to lie where sand dwells now, and hear the bold proclamations and lamentations of yesteryear. That is my role, to be the worldly eyes and ears of the Ahadura.
Okay. Who is Nasima of the Second Sight? Actually, talk about Shambrin. Shambrin, we just met her.
She was a fierce warrior before she was blinded in battle. Focused, determined. Losing her sight has not changed that. I have no doubt that she will become skilled enough at blind fighting to rejoin the ranks someday. Indeed, blind Dekara were once instrumental in decimating an eternal legion during a sandstorm ambush.
That's cool.
So it is not without precedent.
Tell me the history of the Vastiri Plains.
This is the tale as it was told to me by our Akara's Tale Woman before me, and as told to her by the Tale Woman before her. These words have remained unchanged since the beginning. Many thousands of years ago, we were a simple people, hunters, roamers. We moved valley to valley in search of meat and berries. There was none of the discipline we know today, but that was about to change. These fair plains became barren and lightless. A time those generations called the winter of the world. 1,000 years of ice brought hardship and suffering, but that was only the beginning. To the south, the foreign tyrant An fell, and horrible creatures flooded forth under this darkness, seemingly born of bone and blood and foul magic. Survival meant banding together and creating the strict traditions that eventually became what we know today. To fight was to live. Disorder meant death. In the darkest depths of that era, when hope was but a memory, the twin sister Sekemas, Solarai and Landara, arose to unite our scattered peoples for the first time. They wielded the essence of gold and silver, gleaming with such ferocity that the grey skies had no choice but to give way. The creatures retreated under the sands, never to be seen again, and our fair plains blazed with emerald forests and sapphire rivers. This brought about the most glorious age of our people, a time of conquest, wealth, great heroes, and gods that lasted for another 1,000 years. But then, one fell winter, the gods vanished. Our beloved Garukan was the last to succumb, holding on for 2 moons against a powerful innovation. She gave what final orders she could, mandated our traditions be upheld, and then went silent. The Marraketh were not disturbed. We did not lose hope. We knew who we were, and those values had not left us with the departure of the gods. When the sky burned, when the Vaal fell, when the Eternals came and sought to be our masters, and then fell as well, we endured. We have protected these fair plains for 304 generations, and we will continue to do so for another 304. That is our duty and our birthright.
All right. Lot to unpack there. So the first point that she made that I found to be interesting is it seems like this world underwent some sort of climatological disaster, either an ice age, or perhaps a series of intense volcanism, or maybe even the darkening of its sun. I don't know how abiding by the laws of physics this setting is, but generally when it comes to fantasy settings, I will assume they do until something tells me they don't. When it comes to physics and, like, real universe cosmology type of stuff. I love it when fantasy settings do actually take that type of stuff into account. I think it's really cool when there's, real-world science thrown in, and then along with the fantastical stuff on top of that, either superseding it or, even better, sort of meshing its way into it. Love it when that happens. It's rare, though. So that happened. Then the twin sisters that she spoke of, Solarai and something that sounded Lunarai, maybe? Totally Solaris and Lunaris, the 2 Azmiri and then later eternal goddesses of sun and moon. Makes sense. They cleared out the dark haze, which does make me think that it was probably some sort of volcanic event, or perhaps a meteor impact elsewhere on the planet that caused this eternal winter. So these goddesses, these sisters, cleared out the haze, allowing light, the sun and the moon, to return again, which brought life back to this territory. Very cool that we see these gods being given different names by different cultures. Love it in a fantasy setting when that happens. And then the other reference was to the goddess Garukan. Garukan was the warrior goddess and, like, kind of the founder of the traditions of the actual Marraketh. If there is a goddess of the Marraketh, it would be her, whereas Solaris and Lunaris seem to be universally worshipped. Garukan was very specifically worshipped by the Marraketh. You kill all 3 of these goddesses in question in the base game. At Sin's behest. Now, I'd be interested to see if the Hooded One has any sort of interaction when it comes to references to Ghadir Khan, because Sin and Ghadir Khan were close. I can't remember exactly what their relationship was, but I think they were lovers. Not sure, though. So Sin definitely felt some regret when you had to put Ghadir Khan down. But Ghadir Khan was mad when you did that. And same with Solaris and Lunaris. Like, they were too far gone to be saved, I think. All of them. Yeah, the enervation that she's talking about, when Ghadir Khan became too enervated and how the other gods disappeared, that was the beast. The formation of the beast. So that is when Sin did what he did. Very cool. I know nothing about the Tyrant An that she mentioned. That's first I've heard of that. At first I thought, is that like a different name for Atziri, the Queen of the Val, who also tried to invoke the beast to disastrous consequence for her civilization? They were the precursors to the Eternals, and the Eternals followed in their footsteps to the letter and destroyed themselves in the exact same way. No, this Tyrant An is before, because she mentions the Val way later down the timeline. So, interesting stuff. And indeed, the Val were corrupted by the beast, but it seems like the corruption, these horrible monsters that came with the long winter, this type of stuff existed before the beast was brought into being. So the corruption and the beast are not the same. The beast is probably born of the corruption in one way or another, and certainly uses it, but the corruption does not originate from the beast. The corruption is coming from somewhere else, which I think provides an interesting perspective onto what demons are in this setting, because I was already asking that before, like, what the hell are demons? They don't seem associated with the beast. Perhaps they're not. There's one other thing.
Story?
Nasima of the Second Sight.
Nasima, yes, Nasima. A great warrior, though with a complicated legacy. Born with eyes the color of blood, she was left to die among the dunes for being blind. But the Ferryden found her and raised her. A Balbalic, one might think, but no. She became an impressive warrior in her own right. And when called upon to raid her people, she recognized her mother's voice and turned and slaughtered her Ferryden captives.
Okay.
A true role model from the ancient days and a wonderful sleep tale for the children.
Yes, a wonderful children's tale. Well, when you have a brutal culture like this, yep, guess the children's tales are going to be equally brutal. Does anybody have anything new to say now? Do you have anything to say about...
What have you learned?
Damn it. This is very cool. What's up with this one? He doesn't look too good. None of these ones do. Seems like they have some sick and wounded. Probably from the hyena attacks. But we'll see. Let's talk to the Sakema up here. Sakema Asala.
I am Asala, the Sekima of the Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingak. Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us.
Okay. Hold on. Now we can go inside. Okay. Hold on. Want to look around. Oh my god.
This whole operation would be more efficient if they were dead.
Well, that answers that question. And I agree. That's fucked. I love how the witch is like, oh, or she's not like, oh, that's horrible, that's terribly immoral. She's like, wouldn't it be more effective if they were zombies? Okay, that's nice.
So, the beast has entered the world once more.
Yep,
We
called
were
it.
following a trail of corruption before we were waylaid. And now we shall resume the hunt. We Marraketh are honor-bound to seek and contain corruption wherever it may be found. It seems the sacred duty falls on us once more. The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently resides. I am willing to begin wherever you and your shade thinks is wisest.
Okay. She's given us the authority. Oh, do we have like a a map or something? That looks like a map. That's cool. Rank and status.
Foreigners often misunderstand the concept of the Sekima. I am no dictator, and do not make some pathetic claim of divine right.
Okay.
Emperors are for nations filled with the weak-minded and soft. As history has proven, every time an empire falls and we endure.
Yeah, something to be said about that.
I am Sekima, because others have put their faith in me as the strongest and most capable among us. I lead because there is no better replacement. It is a role I deserve, by definition.
Okay. Oriana. Who is Oriana? We've heard this name before.
This Oriana would find no allies among our Akaras.
That's the witch.
We are no strangers to the eternal war against corruption. If she has allies in this region, they cannot be of the Marraketh.
No, we don't know that for certain. There could be Marraketh traitors, of course. Unlikely, considering how tight-knit and unified in purpose the Marraketh are, but it is possible. Humans are humans, after all. So Oriana is the wife of Count Geonor. I forgot that for a moment. Honor bound.
After the Beast of Highgate was slain, all other Akaras vowed to pursue and eradicate corruption should it ever return. Never again will a sole Akara suffer the weight of history.
Yeah. Which Akara was that? I can't remember the name of it. What about recent events?
Corruption has returned to the Vastiri. Before this season, the Hellenic warriors you fought would never have dared raid a caravan.
They are connected to the corruption.
The dead have begun to rise again, and other creatures of the desert have started changing.
Yeah.
By Zarka's accounts, the land is returning to the way it was before. These are ill times.
Agreed.
Move swiftly.
Desert map. Okay. So we are here in the Ardura caravan. You go back to the Vastiri out... Okay, yeah, you have like these little points here. That's really cool. And there is a subterranean region. I guess we can't go there. So we can go either to the Halani Gates or to the Maudun Quarry. Let's go to the quarry. What are we doing here? I don't know, but I guess we're searching for trails of the corruption. And then does this... Yeah, look at this. The whole, everything changes. Okay, I want to go out into the front and look and see where we are. Oh, they've stopped. Cool. Look at the shifting sands. The night winds. There's nothing more beautiful, in my opinion, than a desert in the night. I mean, I love deserts in general. Give me a good desert level in a video game, and I'm happy. Love deserts in real life. I mean, wouldn't want to be stuck in one, but love going to them, walking around through them, especially at night.
What have you learned?
Okay, there's more. What about Asala?
Asala has agreed to aid us, exactly as I expected. The beast represents an existential threat to all the peoples of Rayclast, but even beyond that, she seems to be quite driven. She reminds me of a rambunctious young woman I once knew in Keth, who eventually rose to power, attained divinity,
okay,
and led her people to greatness.
This is Sin. 100%. This is Sin, and he's referring to Garakan. Love it. What about slavery?
Yes, I have seen the slaves pulling carts. I am uncomfortable with the practice, but from what I understand, it allows those captured in battle to serve rather than simply being executed. There are not enough resources to keep prisoners who do not work. In this harsh land, it is perhaps the lesser of two evils. That is what I tell myself, at least.
Okay. Anything new
Who
here?
goes there?
What about Asala?
I remember her face from before the battle where I lost my sight. She is quite beautiful, and she has strength and cunning to match. I can think of no better leader for us.
Okay, we seem loyal.
I remember, we, Adora, have put all our faith in Asala, and though we do not number enough to spark divinity in her, we still thrived under her leadership.
Huh. So that tells us something. You can attain divinity just by enough people worshipping you. It's a relatively common notion in fantasy, or enough people revering you. But I always liked it. I always found it to be pretty cool, the idea of like a man-made god. I dig it.
Nights.
What do you have to say, Zarka?
Careful story.
Nothing. Does Asala have anything to say about this place, the Mountain Quarry? We'd like to know more about it before we set out. No? Okay, oh, cool. We can go out here, too. Then, out we go. Oh, I remember this, concept art from, way earlier, like years ago. Used it as my, desktop background for a while.
Seems the Faradin have been up to no good in the hills of Morden.
The Faradin. Okay, so the Faradin are some other clan? I don't really know what the Faradin are. Ooh.
I will squash you.
How are they looking? Plague Harvester. 193 gold, damn. Okay, 5 gold. Little bipolar there. Okay, what are you? Forsaken Hulk. Oh, and it just break. Okay, that's really cool. I love enemies that have, like, you know, ones that are carrying something really heavy and then they swing it down and it's like a one-use attack, but it does a ton of damage or something. That's really cool. These look... I'd like to get a good look at them. Okay, I mean, we have these little jerk plague swarms here. And then... Oh, God, yeah. That's totally, beast corruption. Gnarly looking. What do we have here, actually? Where are we? So it doesn't look like there's any points of interest in this area. So I guess we just go until we find the exit. It's a very cool looking area. Love the lighting. This like salt mine looking, Alright, this is also an elite enemy, so we gotta be a little careful. I am actually taking quite a bit of damage. You might not see it, because it's just hitting my energy shield, but... Okay, unfortunately, it didn't jump into my curse radius. Let's grab some of that.
Is my power to wield.
Hey! Ah! Whoa! Okay, those explode. Sapphire Charm, I'll take it. I would like something to identify. Identification scroll, that's the word. Emblem Crest Shield, new shield, very cool. And I've leveled up yet again. With the XP, getting a lot of it here. Well, let's have a look. There's a Zone of Control, 40% increased area of your curses. That sounds excellent. And we're gonna get more curse area as it goes, because the curse area is very small at the moment. Meaning there's always a good chance that an enemy just moves out of it, so we can mitigate that. Ow! Yeah, this is a very cool enemy design. I mean, visually, I don't care so much for the big hulking enemy. It's fine,
away!
but nothing too interesting. But the whole idea that it's carrying this giant wheel that it hits you with, which then breaks, and then it just goes into, like, a regular combat mode. Very cool. Okay. Forsaken Miners. All these. These ones throw stuff of some kind. Alright. Rex. Bird things. Okay. Don't need the hewn mask. It's a lower level item. What are these? Oh, they're Wetas! Awesome. Maybe this is the way we need to go? Alright. The blue one.
More mana.
There we go. Oh, this is so cool looking. Looking down into this pit. This old mine. Like, this mine has clearly long been consumed by the corruption. The Book of Jamanra.
Our people have lived in the shadows of the dunes for too long. Countless generations have been forgotten. Will be forgotten. We are not Faradin. We are Marraketh. And if we work together, if we unite, then they will be forced to acknowledge us. We must show them that casting us off is a mistake. We must show them our strength. Perhaps we can one day rebuild Keth itself. For all those who live in the plains of Vastiri.
Okay, so I guess the Faradun are exiles from the other Sakemas. And Keth was the original city of the Marraketh, which presumably has been lost. So, it's nice to pick up some context clues from little lore pieces we find along the way.
Infection!
Lots of blue enemies here. Good for me. Lots of XP. Mind Rune, that's new. Excuse me? Put it on the martial weapon, leeches 2% of physical damage as mana, or you can put it on armor to get 20% extra mana. That's pretty cool. Like that there's more rune types as well. I figured there would be, but... Oh, these look gnarly. Faradin Crawler? Nasty looking. Ah.
Another corpse to serve me.
Wonderful.
Putrefy.
Look at these guys. Absolutely gnarly looking. These plague harvesters too. Like, we've still mostly been encountering unique enemies in every zone. Like, I think the Manor was the only zone that we've encountered that did not have mostly unique enemies. Like, that was mostly ones that we've encountered before. But still, there were still quite a few. But, like, everywhere else, most of the enemies you fight are unique. Except, I guess, in the plague, or the fungal area. Because you do encounter the fungal enemies already. Not the fungal artillery, though. That is unique to that zone. So, props on that. On basically everything else in this game, too. This is, shaping up probably to be the best ARPG I've ever played, which is how I felt about Path of Exile when it came out. Unfortunately, did not feel that way about Diablo 4. I did enjoy it, playing through the campaign, but as soon as I was done with the campaign, it was just kind of like, eh. Not much more to it. And didn't feel like it was worth the money that you paid. Led me to be like, I don't think the DLC's gonna be worth it, so I'm not gonna get it. Wait for Path of Exile 2. I think I was right on that one. Like, it was a fine game for the campaign, but, like, I would pay 20, 30 euros for that. Not 70 or 80 or whatever the hell it was. For no endgame at launch. Or at least a laughable excuse of an endgame. Just, let's just redo the same thing that we did before, but harder and more annoying. No other, like, progression systems. I did come back to it for one of the leagues, the like, vampire one, and that did have a cool progression system, I will say, but it just didn't hold my interest to play through it again. The fact that they scaled all of the locations to your level, which has the I guess some people like it that you can then just kind of level wherever you want. It's a very modern MMO thing to do. I don't like it. I like having to, like, you know, go through the lower level stuff and then get to certain areas that are harder. It makes the world feel like it has a certain progression. Let me know what you guys think on that.
No.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I thought that was something else.
I need more mana.
I am shit out of mana. I'd like to curse you. I am, what is a cultist's crown? That looks pretty cool. I am completely out of mana. And I'm also not... He has a mana leeching, Does shock do that? Siphons mana. No, it's a separate thing. Okay. Yeah, you're the end of me.
Out of mana.
Actually, this is gnarly. Especially since he's chasing me, specifically. Can you leave me alone? I just want to get some
infection.
Mana back, that's all.
More mana.
No! Every time I use my flask, it comes after me. Oh yeah, because my minions are dead. Okay, I can't fight this thing. Okay, I need to equip my Chaos Bolt.
More mana.
Not the ideal way to fight it, but I have no other choice.
Out of mana. Another corpse to serve me.
Did drop a good amount of currency though, so guess it was worth it. I'll keep this in my hotbar for the moment, just in case that happens again. So I like click here, and it targets every single one but the one that I'm clicking on. That I feel like they could fix.
I think not.
This is armor and energy shield. I will maybe do something with that item, purely because it looks really cool. I also, this game doesn't seem to have a transmog system, which, honestly, I like. I don't like transmog. I like the appearance of gear to actually factor into whether you want to use it or not. I know it's counterintuitive and, like, counterproductive to picking good gear for a build, but I like that extra level of decision-making that you need to make. I don't know. I'm a bit weird with that, so I generally prefer not having transmogs, because then you're also incentivized to change up your appearance a little bit more often, which I think is cool. Don't like having a character like, I found my cool look, I'm gonna stick with it. Now the microtransaction cosmetics are all transmogs, and that's fine, whatever, because otherwise you have to have, like, items or something that do stuff, and at that point you're doing pay to win, which is a big no-no, which thankfully Path of Exile 2 does not do. Okay, I don't know where we are. Still need to continue on. This is a big zone, but it's a cool zone. I like the enemies here. I like the environment. Just these, like, mined out quarries. And it looks like they were mining azurite here by the blue stuff in the wall. Azurite was,
Putrefy.
yeah, it's some sort of arcane reagent in the Delve League in Path of Exile 1, which was one of the more fun leagues. God, I hope they bring it back in one way or another. You would delve down into the azurite mines and would, like, chart the course through the mines, and would get, like, rewards based on certain locations that you go to. And the deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets. And it's just this giant, persistent zone that you go into. It was a ton of fun. I know some of the League mechanics are returning, I just don't know which ones. Personally, I hope it's Delve and Heist, or whatever the Heist one was called. All the different characters that you could level up and bring along. That one I found to be a ton of fun. Delve was a ton of fun, of course, and the Val Temple with Alva was a ton of fun. That also just had a cool story behind it, that you had to, like, go back in time into the Val Temple and you could kill architects. And based on which architects you kill, the other architect of the two that you could kill will construct something in the Val Temple, and then once you've done it, you've, like, sort of reassembled the Val Temple into present day, and then you go in and you get various rewards based on how you constructed the temple. It was tons of fun. Really hard. I think I completed, like, 1 or 2 of them. But I hope they bring that back, too. Okay. More curse area. So, I don't know which way we're going, and guess we're going this way. Nope, we are not going this way. Actually, good thing we did go this way, because... Ooh, that is new. Marabout garb? I don't know what the Marabout is. Seems like it's potentially a Marraketh name. It has that North African feel to it. It's an evasion and energy shield chest piece, so I will take a look at that. Our chest piece is pretty good, but a bit dated. So, might be that it's getting to be time to switch it up. Also, this one looks really cool. And it's Middle Eastern themed. Of course I like it. Or North African, I guess. Either way, awesome. Meriden Mine. Or Modern Mine. Not Meriden. Okay.
This lot were left down here to die. Or worse.
Yeah, that sucks. They're just clustered around here hoping it would come back down. No way to get up. Starved to death. That's grim. This looks very much like an Azurite mine, indeed. Okay, we got more of these guys. These are kind of new, unique enemies. I think I want to, kind of pay close attention to that. Curse Blasts. Or Hex Blasts. Okay, we have Plague Nymphs. Oh god. That's new, I think. Whatever they are, they're horrible. Fucking nearly killed me. Yeah, they have some sort of, brutal ranged attack. Jesus. Okay, these guys fucked me up.
Drain!
More Forsaken Miners. So the Plague Nymphs, I think, are new. Oh, those noises. Okay, Forgotten Stalker, that's new. More Plague Nymphs. I love their noise. I can't do it. I'm not a Forgotten Stalker. Though if I was a Forgotten Stalker, I reckon I would probably tell you that I wasn't one, so... make of that what you will. Corrupted Corpse. Okay, so these are... I mean, we've seen Corrupted Corpses. I think these ones are a little... or some of them are a little bit different. Man, they look fucking gnarly. I want to see concept art for these things. Concept art for PoE 2 had me really hyped. Oh, that is a new type of belt. That's just all flask charges. That's good. Forgotten Satyr. Interesting. So, once again, quite a few new enemies. These ones aren't necessarily as flashy and noticeably new, but they are different. Many of them. I've noticed my, clear speed, as it's called, is a bit slower. It's starting to slow down. I need to gear up. So, as soon as we're done with this area, I think I'm going to, attempt to get some new good gear.
Drain!
And I need projectile piercing. Like, I need it bad. I'm gonna see, because you can actually find different support gems connected to different skills. So when we get back to the camp, I'm actually going to look through some of the bow and crossbow skills to see if it's there. I know the crossbow skills a little bit because I've been playing a mercenary, though admittedly a melee mercenary. So I haven't really been using crossbow on him, but I am using the crossbow on my other witch. So, okay. This guy is a bit of a problem. You are chunking my health. Ow. You are really chunking my health. Not very nice. Please die. Thank you.
Can oppose me.
Volatile 1. So that's volatile dead. I don't think I need that, but... I really wish it would actually, like, contagion would land on the target you're trying to hit. I feel like it's way too random. Which makes this build maybe not that efficient, unless there's a way to make contagion into a proper AoE like it used to be, in which case I think the problem will solve itself. But I'd be happy to experiment around with other types of builds that don't rely purely on contagion and essence drain. This is maybe not what I'm going to continue doing throughout the entire story. Also, we need to check to see if there's any points of interest here. It doesn't look like there are, interestingly enough. Kind of a shame. Nothing here, okay. And we will inspect the other directions. Okay, this is absolutely Hex Blast worthy.
Drain.
Nice. Body Rune. Martial weapons leech 3% of physical damage as life, and armor grants 25 to max life. Wonderful. Max life is good. I also noticed there doesn't appear to be life nodes in the passive tree. Right? I just want to check that. No, it's all, like, connected to life. Things that have to do with life, but there don't actually appear to be any just gain extra life, which is totally different from PoE 1, and I think a really good change. Okay, there is a tiny bit there, but it's like a small amount. I think that's a good change, because you were so incentivized to get them that you end up spending like half of your nodes on life. Not half, but many. Because of how vital it is. Get it? Vital life. I'll go home. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Essence Drain and Contagion by themselves isn't really cutting it anymore. But let me actually look. I honestly have no idea what the different... I need more dexterity to even attempt these. I just really want to have Piercing Shot. Could probably get it either through Poison Burst or Lightning Arrow. I reckon it's not a super high level ability. So... Can you actually just slot support gems into... Oh. Well, this changes things. You can just fucking pick one. Well, that makes it easy. Pierce. Oh my god. Pierce into Essence Drain. Done. Problem solved. Okay. Love that. Very glad that that's the thing you can do. Okay. Yes. Go through them. Oh, that's so much easier. Now it doesn't matter so much where my contagion lands. You can just always target it. Okay. I like this zone too. Yeah, this is 100% Azurite. This
And steel, fire and iron, flesh and bone. What is the difference? Face of Faradun, mind of a traitor, serpent's tongue, scorpion stinger. Either way, now you pay with your life.
munitions bunker?
Perhaps that is true.
Holy shit.
Flash.
Weakness.
You look gnarly.
Burn. Oppressor.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Explode. Eye of the sun. Stand still.
Music's cool once again.
Burn, oppressor.
You're easy to curse because you don't move. They're yelling to burn the oppressors.
Slow down.
Dread engineer. Oh, and somebody else is talking to us too. Risu. Somebody named Risu is here. Oh, probably somebody in the cage, would be my guess.
Burn, burn, burn.
Alright, she's singing the Johnny Cash. I can respect that.
Burn, oppressor.
Ah! This is not a hard fight for me, because I have very high fire resist.
Die, die. Burn, oppressors.
Help, I'm being repressed!
Breathe it in. Stand still.
No.
Burn, burn.
So she's doing like the gas clouds and then the explosive, igniting the gas clouds, which is exactly what my other witch characters does. Oh, Christ. I don't think I can avoid that. I think I just gotta roll through it like that.
Boom.
Okay.
Eye of the
There
sun.
with the curse. We should have her.
Stand still.
Down you go. Oh, what a horrible death. That was grim. Okay. Level 6 skill gem. Well, Essence drained to level 6 then? Why not? Marraketh Cuirass. Okay, that's an armor. Grand Mana Flask, Linen Wraps. That's evasion and energy shield. And we have a superior...
Get me out of here!
Yeah, give me a sec. I don't think we need that. Let me... Damn it. What was that even? Yeah, I'll grab this. What are my gloves? My gloves are currently okay. This I'm taking because it's superior. I want to actually look at this one. Ditch the cultist crown. We'll find better ones at some point, so... Let me just take the Grand Mana Flask. So we can question the Faradun Defector. I don't know. Are you the Faradun Defector? You are a Faradun Defector. Okay, so she's one of the Exiles, but she's a Defector from the Exiles. So she's an Exile from the Exiles. Does this make her one of the normal ones again? Guess we'll find out.
1,000 praises, my friend. I thought I would die here.
You have a cool helmet.
Please, take me back to your caravan, and I will tell you anything you want to know.
Okay. I hope...
A defector. I admire those who resist tyrants.
I hope that GGG, like, there's so many cool and unique armor pieces on the various NPCs that I hope that GGG will have those appear in-game, either as, like, uniques or maybe just, like, rare alternate skins for existing armor pieces. I think it would be really cool, because this helmet that she's wearing is fucking awesome. And the other... Yeah, just this robe. Like, I would not mind wearing this getup. That looks pretty sick. Okay, so we can go back to the desert camp. So I think that's everything here. There doesn't seem to be anything else to be done.
Quickly!
Oh, let's go back. We'll talk to everyone. What does the hooded one say? The Faradun. Yeah, tell me about them.
They call themselves the Faradun in this era, but they have died out and been reborn many times. They are not an independent culture. They are the Marraketh's dark secret, the inevitable consequence of life's haphazard nature. A society cannot simply purge itself of the weak, the ill, or the disadvantaged. Those unwanted newborns abandoned among the dunes, they rarely die, no matter how much the Marraketh wish to make them simply disappear. No, they live. The Faradun are the shadow of the Marraketh, always just out of sight, always watching. They rescue those children and raise them up on the outside, looking in. An unspoken relief for the father and mother that must give up their child. But a gathering storm fated to one day return home with a fury.
That is a cool sentence. The last one there, an unspoken relief for the father and mother that must abandon their child, but a gathering storm that will one day return. That's really cool. So yeah, it seems like the Marraketh who have to abandon the weak children, sort of like, yeah, I don't want to say they like the Faradun, but it is a comfort that they exist and that their children might not just die out in the desert. What about Risu?
It takes courage to go against one's people.
Yeah.
I once faced a similar decision.
Gets the other gods, huh?
Men and women like me who believed themselves to be exceptional. And they were correct. Terribly, horribly correct. I cursed myself to a permanent exile from my own peers by betraying them. I was unlike mortals, but hated by immortals. I was alone. I would do it all again. And I still might.
Yeah, there's other gods.
Go.
Sin is awesome. What do you have to say about the Faradun?
Publicly, I will decry them as loudly as anyone else. Privately, I understand. I do not condone their actions, but I have suffered some small portion of what they must feel their entire lives.
Yeah.
To be honest, I expected them to turn on us eventually.
Yeah. I just noticed she has vitiligo. I thought it was like paint at first, but I believe that's vitiligo, which is the like the kind of patchy skin pigmentation. Cool. Very cool. What about Risu?
This defector, Risu, will never be accepted by the Adura. You may trust her, and she may provide information about the enemy's intentions, but remember, she is a traitor to her people. We deal with our own traitors using excessive means. She is not one of us, so we do not consider it our duty to punish her, but neither will we protect her when the time comes.
Harsh. It makes sense. They don't distrust her because she's a Faradun. They distrust her because she betrayed the Faradun, even though the Faradun are the enemy. Can't trust somebody who betrays someone once. I mean, I don't agree with that sentiment entirely. You can have a good reason to betray others. Plenty of good reasons to betray others under the right circumstances. That doesn't necessarily make you untrustworthy. It just means maybe you had to be untrustworthy during a specific circumstance, either for your own or maybe others' well-beings.
Warm nights.
Young one.
You have nothing new to say. Okay. No one down there. Let's talk to Asala. Oh, and Risu's here. Okay, let's talk to Risu first.
I know what Jaman-Ra intends. Atop the burial spires of Deshar lie the Marraketh's most honored dead. The king has become driven by madness to seek any trace of ancient flesh from those of renown or power in life.
Why are you seeking flesh?
He intends to feed their bodies to the horrific creature he keeps in a cage behind his throne. They call it the Beast. I have seen it, and the sight haunts my nightmares.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So Jaman-Ra, the Exile King, he's the king of the Faradun. The Risen King, they call him. Who are you?
I am of the Faradun. We are the shadows of the Marraketh. the unwanted and the forgotten. Some time ago, a foreign woman came to us and offered us the power to take back what was ours. We took her deal.
Oriana.
We had no idea what it would cost us. When she finally brought us the beast, it was not the glorious power we'd been promised. It was horrifying. Those of us who did not want to make war, those of us who were afraid of the beast, Jaman-Ra sealed us in the mine when his dreadnought was complete.
His dreadnought.
This madness must end. Some may call me a traitor, but I do not seek the destruction of my brethren. I seek their salvation.
Makes sense. Defection.
You need not trust me. You will see the truth of my information soon enough. I ask nothing of you, only that you do what you know is right.
I trust her. Corruption.
This corruption that plagues the land, I cannot bring myself to fully believe it's the reason for my people's sickening turn. I know that when the beast first came to us, when Jaman-Ra was raised from death, he quickly became covetous and prone to fits of rage.
He was raised from death.
Soon that fervor gleamed in the eyes of those around him. You say it's his corruption, but I have not seen anything in my brothers and sisters that was not already there. Corruption may exist, yes, but it does not fully control. It only excuses.
Love it. Corruption doesn't...
The Heritor are warring against the Marraketh because they desire to do so. They have always wanted this conflict. They want to make those who abandoned us suffer.
And the corruption just makes them go to the next level to do it. I love that. I always like the idea. There's like corruptions in all kinds of different fantasy settings. The one I'm making utilizes it heavily. I love it when it's something that just rather unlocks the potential of what you already want and strips away the inhibitions of what you're willing to do in order to get what you want. That's the cool type of corruption, rather than it just overrides who you are, as is often done. There's plenty of fantasy settings that kind of sloppily do it, like the Warhammer settings do it fairly sloppily. Like, sure, in some of the characters where they delve much more deeply into the, actual psychology of it, you can see how it unlocks those potentials and strips away the inhibitions, and that's really good. But for most of them, it feels pretty shallow, and like it just overwhelms them. I love corruption that is insidious and twists something that's already there into something more, but also less. Very cool. What do you think of the hooded one?
What is that being? Does it travel with you? I would tell you not to trust a mysterious stranger in black, but that would make my own situation rather difficult. Scylla.
I can appreciate that.
Yes?
What about the Marraketh?
I cannot say I view the Marraketh favorably, but there is no other power to which I can turn. Jaman-Ra is going mad, and I know that the Marraketh will unite their scattered Akaras to confront him if the need is great enough. I believe that it is.
Okay. What about the Faradun?
The Marraketh have no idea how great we number. We are larger than any one Akara by far, and my brothers and sisters hold a great bitterness, even before corruption came among us. Everything we do, from our garb to our food, is made opposite to the Marraketh out of spite. I still feel some of that anger when I see them here, standing proud and colorful.
Yeah, so they were...
Asala promises them a return to their glory days. But do they not have such glory now?
So the Faradun, I guess, are all in, like, morose colors. Black, mostly. It's pretty cool. Reminds me a bit of the Fremen and... what was that group? They're like the Fremen that... It's this Siege, the Forbidden Siege, the cursed one, that had the Fremen that would actually steal water. And by steal water, they mean kill people and steal their water. Like, not the water they're carrying, but the water inside them, all of it. Press them. Liquefy them, that type of stuff. Not very nice, and I can't remember their name and it's bugging me. They had a cool name. Comment below if you remember. What do you think of Asala? This ought to be good.
I must pursue what I feel to be right. Asala might yet decide to have me put to death, or abandon me to the doom of the desert. I know these risks, but I had to try anyway. If you had seen the darkness rising in the hearts of my brothers and sisters, you would understand. I am not betraying them. I'm trying to save them from themselves.
Makes sense. What about the Countess?
This Oriana, the one you called a countess.
Wow.
Jaman-Ra has declared her our queen. She first came to us from the south and seemed sympathetic to our cause. She promised us power, the power to take back our lives.
Who is she?
She left for Azomite lands, vowing to return with something that would resurrect our greatest hero, Jaman-Ra. With that hope dangled before us, the Faridun united for the first time since his death. We prepared, as she asked. We took the quarry. We began working on the dreadnought.
I'm interested what this dreadnought is.
I am ashamed to admit that I was a devout believer in the cause. Until the day she kept her promise. She did return. She did bring the power to resurrect Jaman-Ra. She brought the beast.
And what do you know of the beast?
The sight of that thing chilled my soul. Those of us who objected to its presence were forced to work, mining and finishing the dreadnought. By the time we were done, madness was already rife, and we were sealed in the mine to die for supposedly betraying our people.
Gnarly.
Choose or do not.
You're our gambler. Okay. Well.
I am pleased.
Grand mana flask. This gives a hell of a lot more back. Let's equip that.
I am pleased.
Okay. Looking pretty good. I am going to, oh, look at all these new item skins. Or they're not skins, they're like actual different types of gear. Look really cool. Alright.
Warm nights.
What does Asala say? What about Risu's fate?
If her information proves to be truthful, then she will live. If she is a deceiver sent to misdirect us, she will be left to die in the open desert once again. Fight to the last.
Yep. Still trudging along. Sucks to be those guys. So we need to continue on, but I'm going to do some crafting and stuff. And then I'm going to end the episode. So if you're not really interested in the crafting and you're just here for the lore, you can tune out now, in which case I will say have a good rest of the day, evening, morning, or whatever place out of time that you might exist in. And I'll catch you in the next one. Do drop this video a like, though, if you do. All right, now, let's make sure that we have everything that we need. So, I do have a lot of rank 5 skill gems. Don't really need those. I can use the rank 6 ones now. Holy shit, I have a lot of these. Well, what do I want to increase? I think Contagion. Because I don't need any of these other ones. So, level 7 Contagion. And then we shall do some salvaging here of that, and that's it. And I even have essences. Oh. I have no idea where I have this other one. That's weird. That's not very good. So I'm going to
young one,
disenchant that one for some regals. Regal shards, 'cause that is something I'm definitely lacking. It's regal orbs. And then flask-wise, what do I need? I think our flasks are fine. Boots could be better. A lot of things could be better. I actually want to look at the equipment here and see if there's any good baseline pieces. This is armor and energy shield, mail vestments. More armor than energy shield. Evasion. What are these? That is pure energy shield, level 16. It's pure evasion. Okay, this could be good. I'm gonna buy it.
You
can always.
Warm nights.
I'm gonna see what the second modifier we get on it is. 3.8 life per second. It's pretty okay. It has 5 less movement speed. And the energy shield will be less. I could regal it, or I could try and regal this one. This one has a gem slot, though, which is pretty nice. So you could get some extra resistance onto that, which could be good. 5% move speed. Ooh, I don't know. I think I want to regal one of them. I just don't know which one. Also, rings. That, I think, is a safer bet to regal. I could drop one of these fire rings. I could drop both of them, to be perfectly honest. They're both a bit outdated. But these just don't have good modifiers. Let me...
What?
Check to see if Zarka has any rings. You do not. I could gamble.
I hear you. Browse as long as you like.
You don't have them either, do you? You don't. Wish you had some more energy shield.
Blessings.
Specific things, but I might gamble.
Makarkan, an outcast's trove.
Let's gamble. Is this actually going to give us the exact type of gear? Let's find out. I've got plenty of gold. Let's spend some. That looks pretty cool. Let's try that. It does. This wasn't a very... I mean, it's a rare, but it's not very good. Do I try another one? Or do I try body armor? I think I'm going to try body armor. Though this is pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to find better right now. Let's try boots. 15% movement speed. Okay, it doesn't necessarily give the same type. However, it does give energy shield every time. So this is energy shield boots, regardless of what type you get. 15% increased move speed, 10 or 12 stun threshold. I think is going to be better than the 5 int. Maybe. I don't know. Our wand is still okay. Like the extra chaos, or the extra level to chaos gems and the 30% extra chaos damage and the extra mana is fine. I legit don't think that's going to, we're going to get a better one easily. We'll just have to wait until one drops. Okay, so this ring is already better than some of these other ones. So, yes, it's less fire resist. We'll switch these out. We'll get another ring. Cold resist. That sounds pretty good. Some evasion rating, 15% mana regen. The light radius is basically a free implicit, so... Or a free modifier. You don't pay anything extra for that. Could definitely use a better amulet, so we'll grab one of these. 10 intelligence on the amulet. Crit chance is wasted on me. The evasion rating is nice, but not for me, so... Then again, these are both useless on me as well, so... I don't know.
I can wait.
I don't have much money left. I could get another ring. Let's just do it. Hold resist, but not a very good one. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to these rings. They'll be useful for other characters. And I will also hold on to these amulets. Just looking here. That one's okay. This one's pretty fine. The evasion rating is a bit unfortunate. The other stats, though, the mana regen's good, so I might regal this. Ah! Okay, I was like, where's the new modifier? It increased the mana regen to 44%, so that's pretty clutch, and then we'll exalt that. 9 cold resists. Okay, so that's 38 cold resist on this one. That's pretty good. Can we do it again? We sure can. 44 maximum mana. Okay. That's a pretty good ring now. Is it great? No, but it's good enough. What's its item level? Item level 19, whereas this one is... that's item level 21. I wish you could see the tier of the modifiers that are rolled. Because I feel like the 16 max life, then again, it's on a ring, so maybe it's okay. It's 20% mana regen, so I'm going to exalt this one as well. That's not so useful on me, but that's okay. And then I need to bite the bullet and do one of these. This does have... Actually, why did I think these weren't very good? I think I overlooked the movement speed and the bunch of life that it dropped. Forgive me. I don't know what I'm thinking half the time. This is fine. These boots are good. Or good enough. So I'm going to exalt them as well. Extra cold resist, and now we're wearing those. So that's good. I reckon we're going to be wearing that for a while, so I may as well Artificer it. And then we can drop... let me check what my resistances are. My cold resist is pretty good. My lightning resist is trash, so that's where we need to shore that up a bit. So lightning resist it is. These gloves are item level 17. I mean, some of these are good, but... Actually, I need to absolutely put a slot in there. That's a unique... I'm going to be wearing that one for a while. And, can we get an energy shield? I don't think... Oh, yes, we can, right here. So if I plug that in there, the energy shield currently is 194. Now it's 233. Awesome. Okay, looking good.
Need something? Take your time.
I'm now tougher. I don't do any more damage, but that's getting salvaged. That can just be sold. So this is a different type of belt.
Suns guide you.
This is just life recovery from flasks. This is just increased flask charges gained. Okay, so it doesn't affect the recovery. It just increases how fast you gain them. That's actually probably pretty good. I like the life, but I'm going to potentially... Yeah, I'm going to craft this one. So let's... Actually, I should probably just use an alchemy here. Let's alch it. Honestly, that's a good... We'll lose out on a bit of cold resist, but aside from that, everything else I'm willing to lose. And this is then going to go into my stash. My stash was already open. Classic. And these boots are getting salvaged. Okay. That's it. So, first off, can you... No. Didn't think so, but I wanted to check. Don't think there's anything else. We could put a slot in here, but... This is like a super low level one. It's level 12. I think I'm going to hold on to my one Artificer's Orb. And then I'm going to call the episode here, guys. I duly hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, drop this video a like. And I will catch you in the next one. Ash Heritor signing out.